Hello everyone, today is Monday, the 28th of November, and this is a discussion of the upcoming severe weather event tomorrow. Now you may be fooled by today being a very pretty day outside, finally getting into the mid 70s. And I know we've had a tornado over the past couple days, but with that said, the severe weather threat is going to be increasing again into tomorrow and into Wednesday morning. This video will solely be a discussion on that event. There will not be a forecast ahead of that just yet. We're going to focus our full attention on tomorrow. With that said, let's dive in. So if we look at the Storm Prediction Center's website, we'll go to the severe risk for tomorrow. We will see that a moderate risk is in place over northern Mississippi, northeastern Louisiana, and southeastern Arkansas. Now around the moderate risk, we have an enhanced risk for areas around that, but we're going to focus on this slight risk. This outline extends all the way from western Kentucky all the way down to our area, where the line is drawn at about New Orleans and down to Houma. From that area northward, we are in a slight risk for severe weather. The threats for tomorrow: 5% chance of tornadoes within 25 miles of a point, and a 15% chance of wind. Now, obviously, do not be weary that we just had a tornado and say that, well, we can't have another tornado. We definitely can. It's happened many times before. Do not get caught off guard by that. And that's especially considering that tomorrow will be a lot bigger of a threat than Saturday is, even if it's not for our area specifically. The ingredients for tomorrow will be a lot better than the ingredients we had on Saturday. Now, this video will put a lot of emphasis on the models. Here's our main one, HRRR. I've done this many times before. First off, we're going to look at tomorrow. For tonight, lows won't be dropping all that much, and they'll actually be increasing by the morning. By the time the sun rises, we'll see temperatures increase pretty markedly into the upper 70s, near the low 80s. Now as this happens, a lot of energy will be in the air. As we look, unseasonably high CAPE values, which is the energy in the atmosphere, will be in place, up to 3,000. Typically we'd see these numbers in the summertime. However, even here in late November, we are getting some pretty big energy numbers. These numbers will be plenty enough fuel for the storms that will be taking hold later this day. I will also focus on the dew points here. This is currently, and as we go through the day, today we're going to see dew points lowering a bit before they shoot up massively by tomorrow into the 70s. And I'll tell you, a 73-degree dew point does not feel good, as we know down here in southeast Louisiana. As these dew points increase, obviously you'll know that a lot of moisture will be in the atmosphere at this point, and the storms will have plenty enough moisture to feed off of when they form. If we look at the supercell composite numbers, these numbers are a combination of all the ingredients needed to create a supercell. Obviously, supercells are the type of storms that produce tornadoes, the same of which produced the tornado on Saturday. As we can see, as we go through tonight, we can see as the energy surges northward, so do the supercell composite values, some of which in northern Louisiana getting up to near 10. Now for our area, these values will be highest mostly in the morning and in the early afternoon, as they top out near 5 and 6. As these numbers will lessen as we get towards sunset, they will end up picking up again as the cold front gets closer. As we can see, a secondary maximum of values of 4 and 5 show up. The other question you may be wondering is, will there be storms to tap into this? Yes, there will. So we are looking at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. See, not much is happening, there's just a few showers around. As we get toward later in the morning, storms start to develop and become more numerous. As we can see, storms develop across the area, some of which could be severe and some of which could be supercells, and we'll have to watch for that in the early afternoon especially. While analyzing this, I currently believe that this mode right here in the early afternoon will be our best chance of severe weather throughout the day. After those supercells come and go, another line ends up forming to our west, which could be severe with more wind damage throughout this time compared to tornadoes. As these storms form, the energy needed for tornadoes will not quite be there anymore, as there will be a lot less of the supercell composite values. With that said, we will still be looking for wind damage and maybe some large hail as well. After this line moves through, we will watch as a cold front comes in later the day. Now the cold front won't quite come in with the line, but it won't be long after. As we can see, Tomorrow morning temperatures will still be pretty warm in the low 70s. As we can see, even into Wednesday morning at sunrise, we can see that temperatures are still near 70 and will actually warm up a little bit to 72 until the cold front sneaks in, knocking temperatures down. Do keep in mind these temperatures will be dropping on Wednesday during the day, more than likely between 9 a.m. and midday. So you might walk outside Wednesday morning and say, hey, it's a pretty warm day. Make sure you grab a jacket and keep it on standby because you will need it by the end of the day. If we take a look at a more specific forecast, this one is for Norco. We can see that temperatures will drop tonight, but they won't drop all that much as they come back up by morning. Temperatures will warm to about 76, 77 during the day before staying there overnight. As for the winds, we notice that they go from northerly to southerly as moisture starts flowing in. And look at those rain chances. As we look, we can see that the rain chances begin by very early in the morning, but they're most numerous by the time we get overnight. There's two local maximums here, one in the early afternoon and one completely overnight when the line starts to move in. The early afternoon one will be the most capable of severe weather, while the nighttime one will be capable of severe weather, but that'll be more of a wind and hail threat. As for lightning, well, most storms you see will end up with lightning, more than likely. Chances of rain tomorrow pretty much go up all day. We hit more than 50% by midday, and we're pretty much there until Wednesday morning, when the cold front finally starts to kick in. To see a general overview of the time past that, we'll see lows by Thursday morning getting into the 40s, and they might stay there a little bit, but they will rebound pretty quickly, even though Thursday's highs will only be in the upper 50s. Once again, this is going to be an overnight threat, so you need a way to wake yourself up in case of any warnings. If a warning is issued, we already had to do this on Saturday, but make sure you go indoors to a closet or any interior room. Get yourself away from the exterior walls and any windows, and make sure you are on the lowest level. With all that said, keep updated with me. I'll be keeping posted on updates, and be safe tomorrow. Thank you for watching.